Hello folks, here we are again with another tutorial for guitar. But first, more of the story of the first guitar that I ever got. I was 13, and as I said before, shortly after Mom passed away, we lived in the country on a farm where we had to go to town by horse and buggy, so we didn't get there very often. So one day in July, my dad said to me, "I'm going to town tomorrow morning. I need some things. I'd like you to come along with me for company." And so I readily agreed to it, thrilled to pieces to get to town, see my uncle and aunt who lived in town, and get a change of scenery, of course. Not that our country farm was not a beautiful spot, it was, and I wish I was able to go back there today, but I can't. However, the next morning, 4 o'clock, we started off to town, horse and buggy. We arrived, and Dad said to me, "How would I like to have some ice cream?" And I said I would, so he bought some ice cream. And of course, at that time, a cone of ice cream, a big cone of ice cream, was only nickel. And as we were enjoying our ice cream out on the sidewalk in front of the ice cream store, he said to me, "There's a store around the corner I need to go to get some things, so let's go." So away we went. When we got there, of course, the gentleman of the proprietor who owned the store, he knew my dad, and they were sort of friends, and they started, as men usually do, teasing each other and having a nice chat and visit. And I looked around and saw that there was some people in the store. They'd have a little restaurant also. And then I looked around to see what was behind the counter on the shelves, and my eyes fell on this guitar. And I fell in love. I couldn't take my eyes off the guitar, and I could see that the price tag was only $22. Now, $22 for a man like my dad, who had a big family, raised a big family, and was making a living off his farm, which was a living of autonomy, really, almost. $22 was a lot of money, because even though he sold things like cream and eggs and beef and horses, he didn't make all that much money. So we kids knew better than to ask for things. However, when I saw the guitar, I couldn't take my eyes off it. And in a little while, the gentleman at the store noticed. So he said to me, "You like that guitar, young lady, don't you?" And all I could do was nod my head, and I didn't dare look at my dad. And I didn't dare ask him to buy it for me either, but in my heart I was just wishing he would. But I knew that if he did, it would maybe mean money for other things, like seed grain and so forth. He had to plant the food for all the animals that we had, and our own food, of course, also, so sometimes he had to have money for seed. Anyway, the man reached up, took the guitar off the wall, and handed it to me over the counter. And I, almost stunned and hardly able to move, took the guitar from him. And then he said, "Oh, just a moment. I'll put a thing on it so you can put it around, the cord around your neck so you can play it." And my dad said, "She can't play the guitar." And the man and he looked at each other, and I didn't dare look at either one of them. And the people in the restaurant fell silent, and all attention was then on us at the counter. And there was just silence in the little store. And we'll leave it there until next time. Now we'll go on with the music. Today, again, we're going to try to deal with the key of C, and I'm going to give you the scale of the key of C, the notes and where it goes, where they go on the staff line. I want you to practice them, to learn them, to memorize them if you're going to learn to read and write music. Actually, there's not much difference in string instruments, the notes, as far as the scales are concerned. So I've used the same scale I used for mandolin tutorials. However, the hair is different. Now, we go again. E, B, E, F, G, A, B, C. E, F, G, A, B, C. Now your turn up. Now you look at your, put down your scale on your staff lines in your book and use them when you're playing. I'm not telling you what they are when you go up the scale because I want you to learn them backwards also. So again. Now, do not use only one finger unless you absolutely have to. You must use all your fingers, okay? That's what they're for. You hang your thumb on the guitar and you grab the guitar like this gently. And you place your fingers not on the fret, you mute it, but near the fret. See the difference? Okay. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Your turn. Key of C, no sharps, no flats. The chord C, and the C note here gives you your name for the chord. F chord, and the G7 chord. And now we're going to tune you up with me. Together. Okay, over and over and over and over. A lot of practice, a lot of love. And a few notes on the piece. That's what we're going to be learning next week. I'll write out the notes for that next week for you, okay? But try them before we get to the next tutorial. I'm sorry, next week will be the mandolin's turn. The week after that, so you have 2 weeks. To look around for the notes, don't feel bad about it. Now I'm going to give you the scale here, and I hope my camera don't die on me again. This is the second time around. This is the scale of C here on the last line, and it looks exactly like that, and it plays like that. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and then going down, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Okay? Can you see that good there? I hope you can. Write them down, memorize them, study them, and practice them. Practice them until you know them in your sleep. Good luck with this lesson, and until 2 weeks from now,